Come on, hair. Need you to work with me, not against me. There we go, everybody get in line. Okay.
Do you slide on all your nights like this? Do you try on all your nights like this? Put some spotlight on the slide. Whatever comes, comes through.
What up, guys? It's Bo. You here, I'm here, we here. Let's vibe. Okay, guys, so this video is long overdue. Long story short, I've tried to record this video a total of 3 times, and each of the 3 times I was not satisfied with it for numerous reasons. So we're gonna try this one more again. I am coming up on 4.5 months locked. So this video won't be too long. I'm going to split it up into part 1 and part 2 of the lock update. So obviously part 1 will be months 1 through 2, and then part 2 will be months 3 and 4. And I might as well just update y'all on that whole, like, up until this point. Okay, so part 1, welcome. Let's get into it. So I started my locks on April 4th 2018, and I started with a combination. Sorry, I felt some hair on my lip. I started with a combination of braids and twists. So what I did was I braided my roots about that much, and then I twisted all the way down, and then when I got to the ends, about 1 inch at the ends, I braided at the ends. Now I did this so that when my new growth came out for like maybe the first month or 2, it wouldn't look as drastic due to the fact that it was braided. So kind of, I'm guessing that's kind of similar to like interlocking at the roots. I'm not sure, could be wrong, but so that's what I did. And then I braided at the ends. Come on now, you didn't want to cooperate. So I braided at the ends so that it wouldn't come down. When I first installed my braid twists, whatever you want to call them, I started with freshly washed loose natural hair. I'll insert a clip of what my hair looked like right before I started, and then I'll also insert a clip of what my hair looked like right before the first time I washed it. It'll give you a good idea of what I meant when I say I braided my roots, and then the tips, because you'll be able to see it. And then the parting system, I used a fan parting system because I didn't want my hair to show. I didn't want my scalp to show. Like, obviously when I get a retwist, my scalp is going to show, but I didn't want it to, like, for instance, right now you can't. It's been about 3 weeks since my last retwist, and you can't see my scalp, but that also could be because of the style I have it in. But regardless, my scalp isn't very visible. So the reason I chose to start in twists versus coils is because I didn't want to worry about my hair constantly coming down out of the coils. I've comb coiled my hair before, and just knowing how my hair is and knowing that I had some like heat damage in the front, oh my gosh, this piece of hair right here is giving me the most stress. What was I saying? Oh yeah, so the reason I chose comb coils, I didn't even choose comb coils. The reason that I chose twists instead of comb coils is because I didn't want to have to worry about my hair coming down. And I know that when you do comb coils, you can't wet your hair for like a certain amount of time, blah, blah, blah. And I know that wetting your hair is what helps your hair lock faster. So I wanted to do twists. With that being said, I started washing my hair 2 weeks after I installed the twist. And not even necessarily because my hair needed to be washed, but just because I wanted to go ahead and start the process. And I know that frizz and tangling starts the process. So I didn't use any conditioner after washing my hair. And then the shampoo that I was using was Dr. Bonner's tea tree oil castile soap. And I just go ahead and put that out there, I used that for the first 2 months of my lock journey. And the twist, like, it took me forever to install the twist. Like, I want to say it took me like 6 hours, and that's my fault because I made it difficult on myself, because after I washed my hair, I didn't detangle it at all. And for whatever reason in my head, I told myself that was going to help it lock faster if I didn't detangle it. So in hindsight, guys, go ahead and detangle your hair first before you install the twist. Learn from my mistakes. But on the positive side of that, it made me feel even more of a sense of relief knowing that after I finish installing these twists, I will never have to do this again unless I choose to, which, you know, I don't foresee myself taking these down. But so as far as maintenance goes, like I said, I was washing my hair. I washed my hair for the first time after 2 weeks, but after that I was washing every week, and I was also wetting it basically every chance I got. So when I was in the shower, I would kind of like put a pass. I would pass my hair under the water just so it could like dampen it a little bit and my hair could catch the water, or I would just wear it out so like the steam will get in there. Or if I went to the gym and I got in the steam room, I would just, you know, let my hair out and let the steam do its thing. So yeah, I was wetting it pretty often, which accelerated the frizz, but I was okay with that. Like, the frizz wasn't the cutest thing, but I was okay with it because it meant to me, it meant that the process was starting. So I embraced the frizz and I welcomed the frizz as part of the journey. And plus, like, the style, like having my hair in mini twists, like that's a style I will wear as a loose natural anyway, so it didn't, I kind of already had an idea of like how to style it, or, you know, how to make it cute, I guess. So yeah, so if you haven't already, go ahead and check out my mini twist video. But yeah, speaking of starting the process as far as like accelerating the frizz and, you know, go ahead and getting the tangling started, I considered rushing the process. So like, if you guys haven't heard of like the salt water method, where like you spritz your hair with salt water and it's supposed to you know, make your hair lock faster, I tried that once and then I was like, I read the pros and I read the cons, and like some people were saying, you know, it dry your hair out, and then, you know, in the future it could cause your locks to be dry and brittle, etc., breakage. And then the pros were, obviously people said it did help their hair lock faster. So I was like, you know what, this is part of the process, I'm just gonna be patient and I'm gonna wait. So I did it that one time, and then I washed it out maybe like a couple days later, and then didn't try it again. So as far as maintenance, well, adding on to the maintenance, I was spritzing my hair with rose water, and then I was oiling my scalp with a mixture of castor oil and olive oil. And I was doing this, it's a hawk flying outside my window, you guys. I can't make this up. They be everywhere. One tried to swoop Nike. Rose water, and then I was oiling my scalp with castor oil. And like I said, I was literally oiling my scalp every day, which was completely excessive and unnecessary because my scalp wasn't just dry like that. And I don't know though, but I was wetting it often too, so maybe it was necessary. So that about wraps it up for month one. Nothing really special going on outside of frizz. So going into month two, same thing was going on. I was experiencing some splitting in a couple of locks in the back, like it was not at the roots, but like in the middle of the shaft. I can't show you now because they're not there anymore, but like the twist was kind of coming undone, and if I hadn't plaited it at the end, it probably would have unraveled completely and I would have to keep like retwisting it up. But since I plaited at the end, it prevented the whole twist from coming down. And so I was like wondering, like, is this gonna make it lock up funny, or like is it gonna come back together? And I figured it would, because like when people, even when you freeform your locks, you know, the hair like joins back together. So I wasn't much worried about it. So if you have some splitting going on your locks, don't sweat it, because they join back together. Outside of that, what else was going on in month two? Oh, I went on vacation. So I went on a cruise. If you haven't already, check out my vacation vlog 1. And during this cruise, I went swimming in the ocean 3 times. And so I got some real salt water in my hair. And let me tell you, it works. Like, my hair started budding like crazy. So tomorrow will be my 2-month Locs anniversary. I'm currently on vacation in the Bahamas. We went swimming with the dolphins, and the salt water, of course, as you know, locks your hair faster. So we're gonna see if it's true. It feels like it's tangling, you know, but it's too soon to tell. We shall see. Look at that. We got a lot of lock update coming soon. Well, obviously I'm probably gonna put this in the lock after that. Like so after the first month, I only had like maybe a few in the back that had started budding, which was surprising because I have a softer texture in the back, so I thought that would be the last to like start budding. But the ones in the front, like right on my edges, and the ones in the back on my edges were the ones that started locking first. These are the little heat damage pieces I was talking about. And I think they lock faster because the shed hair doesn't have as far to go, because as you can see, it's not traveling down all the way down. It's just stopping. So, but after I went swimming in the ocean, I had like buds everywhere. So my hair really took well to the salt water. And I don't know if I said already, but I went swimming 3 times. And so each time after I got out the ocean, I probably left the salt water in and like the salt for like a couple hours, and then I would wash it when I got back to my room. And after washing it, that's when I would notice more of the buds each time. Yeah, so after I got back from the cruise, I decided to do my first retwist. So I retwisted and I used clips. So it took me about 2.5 hours to retwist my hair the first time. And I palm rolled, and I palm rolled all the way down to the end because I want to create, you know, the uniform cylindrical lock. I decided to use aloe vera gel and oil. Off top, I decided I wasn't going to use any products as far as like gels or waxes. I don't want buildup. And also my loose natural hair didn't require a lot of products. And I had to learn that through trial and error, because when I first started, I was a product junkie. And then it turned out, like after like 3 years in, I realized my hair did better and had more definition when I just used oil and water. But I didn't really like the way that the aloe vera gel felt, because it made my hair crunchy. And it felt like there was a residue on it. Like I would touch my hair, and not only was it crunchy, but it would feel like something would come off on my hands that I could literally like rub in my finger and like create a little roll. I didn't like that. So I'm not using the aloe vera gel again. But in between, also, oh, okay, before I skip to that, the retwist only lasted me like 2 weeks. And that's like giving it a little bit. Like it wasn't even, and that's with me. So I work out like 4 to 5 times a week. And that was me like trying to like spare my retwist. Like I wouldn't do cardio and, or like I wouldn't make myself profusely sweat because I wanted to save my retwist, but it was in vain because it didn't last anyway. 2 or 3 weeks after my retwist, I was like, okay, it's time for me to, you know, freshen my edges up again, but I don't want to use the aloe vera gel. So I was like, you know what, let me experiment. Since it's just like a little touch up, I'm gonna retwist it with oil and water. I retwisted it, and y'all, I'm telling y'all, that was a good month ago now that I retwisted. Oh, maybe not a month, maybe like 3 weeks. But you still see the retwist, just oil and water. So yeah, so I'm gonna do that in the future. So would you guys believe that out of all the times I recorded that video, I didn't record not one outro? Well, it happened. I don't want to leave you guys hanging. So here I am in my gym clothes, walking Nike, finna head to the gym. But yeah, guys, that about wraps up month 2. And stay tuned for part 2 of the Locs update video, which I will be editing as soon as I get back from the gym. And I will see you guys